Hi, and welcome back to Where to Live in Northern Virginia. I'm Krystal Walker with Ask a Walker, and today we're discussing one of the biggest decisions you'll face when moving to Northern Virginia. Choosing between Fairfax County and Loudoun County. Both counties are fantastic, but they offer different lifestyles. If you're moving to Northern Virginia and trying to decide where to live, chances are you're considering Fairfax County or Loudoun County, two of the most popular places for relocations in the region. You can't go wrong with either, but both have pros and cons. Because I've only lived in Fairfax County, I'll do my best to remain neutral, although the info on Fairfax County will be both opinion and research-based, while the information on Loudoun County is mainly data-driven or based on the opinions of others. If there's something we missed, please add it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you and keep this conversation going. If you have any questions about relocating to the area or want to chat about your specific situation, click the link in the description to schedule your perfect home consultation. We'll walk you through your options and help you find the perfect home for your needs. So let's start with location, which is one of the most important factors when deciding between Fairfax and Loudoun counties. Fairfax County and Loudoun County are neighbors, but the proximity to key areas like Washington, D.C. can make all the difference in your commute and lifestyle. Fairfax County is located just west of D.C., and depending on where you are, you're going to be anywhere between 7 to 30 minutes from downtown D.C. This makes Fairfax an excellent option for anyone who works in the city or frequently needs to travel there for work or leisure. A few popular locations in Fairfax include McLean, Fairfax, Reston, Springfield, and Alexandria, each offering its own blend of suburban life with reasonable access to the city. McLean, for instance, is known for its luxury homes and proximity to D.C., while Reston is a vibrant planned community with a mix of shopping, dining, and residential options, while Springfield offers a more suburban, family-friendly vibe. Meanwhile, Alexandria has a rich historical backdrop combined with modern conveniences, making it a highly desirable place to live. On the other hand, we have Loudoun County, located just west of Fairfax. It is a bit farther from D.C. Depending on where you are in Loudoun, you're looking at a commute of anywhere between 26 to 60 miles to reach downtown D.C. Towns in Loudoun include Ashburn, Brambleton, Leesburg, and South Riding, each offering a more suburban and even rural experience compared to Fairfax County. Ashburn is one of Loudoun's fastest growing areas, and it's home to tech companies and data centers, earning it the nickname Data Center Alley. It offers a great mix of suburban amenities like restaurants, shopping, and entertainment, while Leesburg provides a blend of small town charm with modern conveniences, and it's also home to the historic downtown area. Brambleton and South Riding are both newer planned communities that cater to families with plenty of parks, schools, and shopping centers. If you're working in Washington, D.C., Fairfax County is hands down the better option due to its closer proximity. You'll spend far less time commuting from places like McLean, Fairfax, and Alexandria compared to living in Loudoun County, where commuting to DC could easily add an extra 30 minutes to an hour to your drive, especially during peak traffic times. With that said, Loudoun County still may be a viable option if you work in one of Northern Virginia's other major employment hubs like Tyson's Corner or the Dulles Tech Corridor. Tyson's Corner is located in Fairfax County. It's only about 12 miles from Ashburn in Loudoun County, and the Dulles Tech Corridor, which houses companies like Amazon Web Services, is also conveniently located. However, Fairfax still has a slight edge in terms of commute times. When it comes to accessing other metro areas like Arlington or Alexandria, Fairfax County again offers a quicker commute. For instance, it's only about a 20 to 30 minute drive from Fairfax City to Arlington, compared to a 40 to 60 minute drive from parts of Loudoun. This proximity also extends to major highways and public transportation options, which we'll discuss a bit later in the video. Next, let's dive into the population and size differences between Fairfax County and Loudoun County, as they offer two distinct living experiences despite being neighboring counties. Fairfax County is more developed, offering a mix of urban, suburban, or even some rural areas. It's a well-established area spanning approximately 406 square miles with a population of over 1.1 million. That makes it the most populous jurisdiction in Northern Virginia and one of the most populated counties in the entire country. This density comes with a lot of built-in infrastructure, from shopping centers to restaurants, entertainment venues, and job opportunities are all plentiful in Fairfax County. Fairfax County generally provides a more bustling suburban urban experience, particularly in areas like McLean, Reston, and Tysons, where you'll find high-rise office buildings, malls, and a vibrant economy. Despite its size, Fairfax County has areas that cater to those looking for quieter suburban lifestyles. For example, places like Burke, Springfield, and Clifton offer a slower pace with larger lots, more space between homes, and less hustle and bustle than you'll find in the county's busier regions. Loudoun County, on the other hand, is much more rural and spread out. The county covers about 600 square miles, making it larger than Fairfax County in terms of land area, but with a population of just over 400,000, Loudoun is much less densely populated. That's roughly a third of the population of Fairfax spread across a much larger geographic area. This lower density creates a very different living experience, especially in western Loudoun, which is still predominantly rural with large open spaces, farmland, and sprawling estates. While eastern Loudoun has been developed with suburban communities like Ashburn and Brambleton, the county's overall atmosphere feels quieter and less crowded than Fairfax County. If you're looking for a rural lifestyle where you might have several acres of land, especially areas like Percival or Lovettsville, western Loudoun can provide that sense of space and seclusion. Even those more suburban parts of Loudoun like South Riding and Chantilly, they have a calmer, less congested feel compared to Fairfax's busier suburban hubs. One thing to note is that although Loudoun has more land, that doesn't mean you'll necessarily find larger homes or properties unless you're prepared to pay a premium. Suburban developments in eastern Loudoun like Ashburn and Brambleton offer homes similar in size and lot space to those found in Fairfax County. In both counties, you're going to find a mix of townhomes and single-family homes with varying lot sizes, especially in the more suburban areas. Now let's move on to schools. According to niche.com, Loudoun County edges out Fairfax in school rankings, coming in at number 4 compared to Fairfax's number 6. Both school districts have an A rating overall, and the test scores are pretty similar. However, 11 Fairfax County high schools are ranked among U.S. News Report's top 20 high schools in the state of Virginia, while only 2 are found in Loudoun. But just like anywhere else, you have fantastic, highly rated, middle of the pack, and even mediocre or less desirable schools. So do your research. Both school districts have boundary locator maps that allow you to verify the school assignment for a particular address. So if schools are a priority, you should use them just as much as any home search websites. As a parent with 2 sons who have attended Fairfax County schools from elementary to high school, I've been beyond pleased with our experience. If you want more details on the local schools, check out our other videos covering everything from the top rated schools to the most diverse ones in the area. Household income is another factor to consider. Loudoun County has the highest median household income in the United States at $167,202. Fairfax County isn't ranked far behind, ranking at number 3 nationally with a median income of $148,000. Both counties are home to highly educated professionals and have many government, tech, and high-paying jobs. Moving on to home prices, and this may surprise you, but there isn't as much difference as you may expect. The median sales price of a home in Loudoun County in 2023 was $690,000 compared to $680,000 in Fairfax County. Now, when we look at the average sales price, we see a little bit more separation between the two, with Fairfax County coming in at about $13,000 more, with an average sales price of $790,000, while Loudoun County is just shy of $777,000. To be honest, you would expect a wider gap because there are so many more condos in Fairfax County, but that just isn't the case. Even when we focus solely on detached single-family homes, the difference is negligible. Let's look at June of this year, for instance. That's kind of the middle of the hot season for real estate in the area. The median sales price was $970,000 in Fairfax and $980,000 in Loudoun County. Oddly enough, the gap between these two areas has closed rather quickly. There used to be a much wider gap where Loudoun County was a lot less expensive than Fairfax County. But Loudoun County has really caught up these past couple of years as the popularity of Loudoun has grown. Depending on the specific communities you're looking at, you could easily spend as much, if not more, in Loudoun County than in Fairfax. However, a good rule of thumb is that the closer you are to DC, the more expensive homes tend to be. Another thing to consider when buying a home is property taxes. Fairfax County property taxes are about 30% higher than Loudoun's. For a $700,000 home, you'd pay close to $7,900 per year in Fairfax County compared to $6,050 in Loudoun. That's a pretty significant difference, especially when budgeting for the long term. Now, let's examine one key difference between Fairfax County and Loudoun County that is often overlooked, and that's the age of homes. This can impact the style of living you're looking for and the overall character of the neighborhood you choose. Fairfax County is one of the older, more established areas in Northern Virginia. Many of the homes here reflect that, with only about 12.5% of the county's home being built within the last 20 years. That means you're gonna find a lot of homes that are built in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, especially in more well-developed areas like McLean, Falls Church, and Springfield. While these older homes can offer a lot of charm and character, that could mean more maintenance or renovations in the future. Fairfax County's age can also be a positive for those who prefer living in a more established neighborhood with mature trees, well-maintained landscaping, and a community feel that's been developed over time. Areas like Vienna, Annandale, and Burke are examples of communities with older homes that offer a lot of curb appeal and character. On the other hand, Loudoun County offers considerable contrast in this regard. Loudoun overall is going to be much newer, with 49% of homes being built after 2000. This is especially true in eastern Loudoun, where you're going to see large-scale urban developments like Ashburn, Brambleton, and South Riding, which have exploded in the last couple of decades. Loudoun County offers far more options than Fairfax if you're looking for newer homes with modern designs, updated features, and a more contemporary layout. And even though Western Loudoun is a bit more rural, you can still find newly built homes and sprawling estates with acres of land. So whether you're looking for a brand new single-family home in a suburban neighborhood or a custom home built on several acres, Loudoun provides options for those who want something brand new. If you're considering new construction, Loudoun is where you're going to find it. There's far more undeveloped land available, and builders continue to expand throughout the county. In contrast, Fairfax County is mostly built out, and new developments are few and far between. You can still find some townhome or condo projects, but single-family home construction is rare, but that doesn't mean it's non-existent. In Fairfax County, we see far more tear-downs and homes being built on existing lots than new single-family homes being built. Transportation and traffic are among the biggest factors people consider when moving to Northern Virginia. Whether you're commuting to work, navigating the area for errands, or just trying to get around on the weekends, Fairfax County and Loudoun County offer different experiences in this department. When it comes to public transportation, Fairfax County is a clear winner. Thanks to its robust access to the Washington Metro system, Fairfax County is much better connected to DC and the broader Northern Virginia region. Fairfax County has 14 metro stations spread across the blue, yellow, orange, and silver lines, making commuting without a car a viable option for many residents. The Silver Line extension in particular has made areas like Reston and Tyson's Corner much more accessible by public transit, allowing easy access to DC and other parts of the region. These areas are also major employment hubs, so having access to the metro makes Fairfax County incredibly attractive for those who want to avoid the hassle of driving during rush hour traffic. Conversely, Loudoun County is only just starting to develop its metro infrastructure. The recent extension of the Silver Line brought 3 new metro stops to Loudoun County, in Ashburn, at Loudoun Gateway, and the Dulles Airport. While this is a huge improvement for Loudoun's connectivity, it's still limited in comparison to Fairfax County. Fairfax also benefits from better highway access. The county is crisscrossed with major highways like I-66, 95, 495, and Route 50, which all provide direct routes to Washington, D.C., Arlington, and Alexandria. The GW Parkway also runs through Fairfax, offering a scenic route along the Potomac River into the heart of the city. For those who prefer to drive, these highways make commuting easier and provide multiple routes to get around the region. Loudoun County, while connected by Route 7 and 28, lacks Fairfax direct highway connections. You'll still be able to get around, but if you're commuting into DC or trying to reach other parts of Northern Virginia, the highways in Loudoun can feel a little bit more isolated or indirect. That often means longer drive times, even if the distance itself isn't much farther. As you get deeper into Western Loudoun, access to major highways decreases, making commuting and travel more time-consuming. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest pain points for anyone living in Northern Virginia: traffic. Fairfax County is notorious for its traffic congestion. With its dense population and proximity to Washington, D.C., it's no surprise that rush hour can start as early as 3 p.m. and last well into the evening. Major thoroughfares like 66, 495, and Route 50 experience heavy congestion, especially during peak hours. In fact, traffic in Fairfax County isn't just limited to weekdays. Weekends can be congested as well. If you live in Fairfax and work in the city, expect to face some of the heaviest traffic in the region, especially if you're commuting by car during rush hour. On the other hand, Loudoun County has much less traffic, at least for now. With fewer people in a more rural setting, you'll experience significantly less congestion. In suburban areas like Ashburn, Leesburg, and South Riding, traffic can be more manageable compared to Fairfax, especially during off-peak hours. If you're working in Washington, D.C., your commute will be considerably shorter if you live in Fairfax County. Depending on where you live in Fairfax, you could be close to 15 or 20 minutes from DC. Even from farther out in Fairfax City or Reston, your commute to DC would be shorter than if you were coming from Loudoun. where commutes to the city can stretch an hour or more. However, if you live in Fairfax, you'll likely experience shorter drive times to other major employment hubs like Reston Town Center, Tyson's Corner, and even the Pentagon. Both Loudoun and Fairfax are solid options for those commuting to the Dulles Tech Corridor, which runs from Ashburn to Tysons. Loudoun, though farther away, may still be a good choice for those who don't mind a slightly longer commute or who telework for part of the week. Although with more and more companies returning to the office full-time, I wouldn't advise buying with the assumption that teleworking will always be an option. Both counties offer plenty of fun things to do, but they have distinct vibes. Loudoun County is known for its wineries and breweries, historic Leesburg, and suburban spots like downtown Ashburn, which has a great mix of restaurants and entertainment. Fairfax, being older, has a rich history, top-tier shopping at places like Tyson's Corner, and scenic parks like Great Falls. It's also home to the famous Wolf Trap National Park for performing arts, offering incredible outdoor concerts. If you prefer a more urban feel and quick access to the city, then Fairfax might be your best bet. But if you love a mix of suburban and rural charm, Loudoun has lots to offer. So which county is right for you, Fairfax or Loudoun? There's no right or wrong answer. It all depends on your lifestyle, commute, and personal preferences. Drop any questions you may have down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and keep this conversation going. Remember to hit the subscribe button for more videos on where to live in Northern Virginia, and use the link in the description to schedule a consultation if you want to discuss your upcoming move. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.